Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spitballing. I'm Matt Taylor here with my good buddy
Kyle Amundsen.
And today we are going to do something kind of new for our podcast, but we're going to do a little review of the Bud Brawl II CFX that just took place last Saturday, the 16th in not St. Cloud, but it was Sauk Rapids.
Yeah, which is basically
St. Cloud. Yeah, it was a super fun night of fights, and I did
really fun.
Did the video production for it, so so we're gonna take a look at it.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to talk about, like beforehand? Anything we should?
No, let's just get into it.
Right,
so this first fight is actually, we're just gonna look at the third round of it. The rest of them, I did the first all of the rounds, or if they went all the way. But this first fight, the first two rounds were pretty. There wasn't a whole lot going on. I guess it would. They probably went into this third round tied, I would think.
You know, maybe. Like O'Connor versus Collins at 145. Now, I think so. Jaida. I think it's Jaida Collins.
Jaida Collins. Yep.
Fighting out of Rochester.
Yep.
Now she. I thought she was behind. I thought she was like. Well, I mean, she was definitely by the. She
in the third round,
but rounds 1 and 2, like she was kind of like on the defensive the whole fight. I
yeah,
because O'Connor was kind of muscling her and just pinning her up against the cage.
Sure.
And you know the action was, there wasn't a lot of action. It wasn't boring.
No,
because they were fighting for position and stuff, and a lot of times I can't fucking tolerate watching that. It bores the shit out of me. But they were really active, you know. Like
right.
It wasn't. She wasn't just laying on her, you know. Like they were working. They were working hard.
But there wasn't really anything spectacular that happened in the first two rounds, and then this is round 3. So let's take a look at it. It's Jaida Collins. She's in the red, white, and blue trunks, fighting out of the red corner, and Shayla O'Connor, and she's in the maroon trunks fighting out of the blue corner. So we'll take a look at it right here. All right, we got Travis Mateer as the referee here. Travis is actually one of my favorite referees. I've trained with him for a really long time. I believe he's a blue or purple belt in jiu-jitsu, trains with Brock Larson.
He's had a excellent career as a ref.
So right there what happened was Jaida grabbed the cage to stop the takedown, and you can see Travis stops it, takes a point away from Jaida, which is really well done.
She's already had warnings.
Yep, and he caught it right away, and it's really important. And then instead of starting him off back in the middle, he brings him right back to the same spot and starts him right there. Bam. And that is just fantastic reffing. It very few, I think I'm even yelling at him. Good reffing, Travis. So they're working there. Jada's working her knees, kind of using the cage to kind of hold herself up to work those knees, which is good. It's hard for Shaelyn to create much power on the outside there. They're both digging hard for the underhooks, and this is what the first two rounds pretty much looked like. So you can see this is an amateur fight, and there you can see Jaida again grabs the cage, and now Travis takes another point away, so she's down 2. So at this point, regardless of what happened the first two rounds, she really can't win this fight unless...
And you can hear the fans, you can hear a few fans booing Travis for taking that second point away. But my question for them is...
what's their problem?
Is your idiot brain getting fucked by stupid?
So here's the greatest thing. Travis actually gives Shaelyn the takedown, right? Which most refs won't do that, but because
it's a great decision.
Because Jaida used the cage to stop that takedown, not only did he take a point, but he started her on the ground, which is again really good reffing.
And because there's no reason O'Connor should be denied the takedown.
Exactly. So Jaida has really no choice but to finish this fight with a knockout or submission, and there's no way for her to win a decision. And
so it's unlikely at this point.
I mean, she's coming from really far from behind. And like I said, this is an amateur fight, so there's no elbowing. They can throw knees, but they can't throw knees to the head. And it looks like Shaelyn is going for a guillotine choke here, but she ends up in guard. Yeah, Jaida did a really good job getting back to guard there. Now you look, she she's trying to get looks like she's trying to set up a little bit of a triangle here, and turns it into an arm bar, bringing it right over, and then she. So
that was weird.
That was us. Well, okay, so I can explain what happened there. Jaida obviously is pretty experienced in jiu-jitsu. So what happened is she got the arm bar and she thought Shaelyn tapped, so she let it go just because that's like what you do when you're doing. But in a fight, you don't let it go until the ref stops you. So we got Mike here with the official decision.
And that was an exciting finish. That
Very
was a
nice.
great way to start out the night's fights.
Very nice, yep. So it's Jaida for the win with the arm bar.
And the fans that were booing Travis, Travis is reffed in the UFC. Like,
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing. Don't you worry about him.
Yep. No, he does a great job. I talked to him a little bit after that fight and complimented on how well he did because, like I said, even professional refs won't do that. And I thought the real winner in that fight was Travis Mateer. All right, sounds good. We'll move on to the next one. All right, so we have Dennis Lawrence out of the blue corner, and I don't know what color shorts he's wearing, I can't remember, and Augi Hahn, who is fighting out of St. Cloud in the red shorts. Oh yeah, Dennis is wearing the black shorts. So I've trained quite a bit with Augi, not a bunch, watched him train quite a bit, and he's a real energetic guy.
Now Dennis is a much bigger looking fighter.
Yeah. I think it looks like he's in a little bit better shape. Augi always has carried around a little weight. This is at 185. Augi's throwing hard punches. Big knee. That was a kind of a scary knee because he cannot knee to the face. So if that would have connected at all with his face, it would have been an automatic disqualification. Got to be careful with those. And you can see Dennis has got pretty good striking. Nice kick there. Augi grabbed it, got the takedown.
Yeah, he's got kind of that douchey Muay Thai style.
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't like the way that Augi went right into the guard instead of trying to pass the guard after that takedown. But now he's got to the half guard and he's trying to pass, pushing the knee. And it also looks like Augi, you can't quite see from this angle, but yeah, you can there. So it looks like Augi's setting up a head and arm choke. So he's got that arm up by his ear, and he's trying to keep that his head lower than his elbow. Now, if he can pass, he could probably finish that head and arm choke. But Dennis is doing a real good job keeping that guard locked up. I'd like to see Augi go heel toe to get his knee pointed to the sky and push the knee, but he's not doing that. And unfortunately, oh, there you go. That was a nice pass, and he goes right back to the half guard. Okay, now Dennis has locked up Kimura here, and Augi did an awesome job just limp arming out of that Kimura. In Start BJJ, Brock Larson Kimuras everybody so often, it's pretty hard to catch a Kimura on anybody in this gym.
No, Augi, for not really passing the eyeball test necessarily, looks really powerful.
He is pretty powerful. Dennis got another Kimura there. Augi did a good job hipping to that side and using it to pass that half guard. Man, Augi's got to stay the hell out of that half guard. Looks like Dennis is working for another Kimura. I don't think he got the memo about the Kimura defense. But yeah, exactly. For not passing the eyeball test, you're right. Augi has a lot more energy than you would expect out of him. Yeah, he's just a hard worker. So Dennis looks like he's got that Kimura locked up again, which Augi's doing the right thing, just kind of staying in there, staying deep, keeping his weight heavy on that side so Dennis can't finish it. But it really limits what Augi can do, because if he postures up at all, that arm pops out, he's gonna end up with a submission or getting submitted. So Augi says, "Oh, just go and stand up." Only a few seconds left in the first round. And there we go. Round one is over. So that's a tough one to judge. What would you put on the scorecard there?
Man, I kind of want to give that one to Augi just because he landed some good shots.
Yeah, he got the takedowns. He landed good shots. Submission attempts are always hard to judge because, man, I think Augi was probably pretty close to being submitted a couple times there. But he got out of it. So, yeah, I would say 10-9 Augi on that one. And that one, Dennis just kind of tripped.
Yeah.
He did a nice teep kick and then ended up tripping to his butt. Augi's putting the pressure on again. I would like to see him not go into the guard. I'd like to see him actually try to pass that guard while he's on his feet, but he goes right back into that guard. anytime you go into a guy's guard, it's dangerous. A lot of submissions are available from guard. So, and I don't know much about Dennis's background or where is he trained out of?
Rochester, but I don't remember the gym.
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure how much of a jiu-jitsu school they are. Obviously, yeah, some jiu-jitsu because he's locking that corner up, but so I just don't know exactly how dangerous his guard is. So Augi's stuck back in that half guard again. Seems to like that spot. And again, he's locking up that head and arm choke on the far side. So in order for him to finish that submission, he's got to get out of that half guard, and then he's got to actually jump over the body to get on the other side to finish it. So there's a couple of steps there to get there. Backs up again, and he's kind of trying to decide whether or not he wants to let him stand back up, and then Ichabod Crane jumps in and says, okay, let's stand it up. Oh, wait, that's not his name. I don't remember his name. It's not Ichabod, though, I'm pretty sure.
Voldemort.
Oh, that's what it is, but you can't say that, so... Those are really good thigh kicks. That was a good check on Augi's part, but Dennis is doing a really good job with those thigh kicks, the inside and outside. Those hurt like a son of a bitch.
And the aggression and energy that Augi started the fight with are starting to flag a little at this point.
Yeah, I think Augi got a little bit of an adrenaline dump, and also I think he probably could work a little bit on his conditioning. This is his first fight, so good to get that out. Augi's doing a really bad job keeping his hands up. Keep the goddamn hands up. And then Augi spit out of his mouth guard, which is always a bad sign. Dennis kind of manhandled him right there.
I can do this all day.
I know, man. Augi's hands are way down.
Yeah.
He's taking a lot of hard shots.
Dennis can pretty much do what he wants.
Dennis rocked him right there. That was a tough one. But, that was a great takedown. So that was called a low single. It's one of my favorite takedowns. Augi basically got knocked out, dropped to the ground, and still got the takedown. Unfortunately, he didn't have the energy to get back up to finish it, and now he's kind of getting his head pounded on. That was not an Augi round. That was definitely a 10-9 Dennis there. So I guess we're saying this fight's probably 1-1 right now. So this is the rubber match. Whatever happens here happens. I don't think.
See, this time they touched gloves.
Yeah.
Augi declined at the onset, and then again at the end of the first round.
But now they've hit each other a bunch of times, and it gets to be easier to show respect for each other at that point.
Yes.
I just don't think Augi's got a whole hell of a lot left in his gas tank. Dennis mounts and is putting down some grueling ground and pound here. I don't think this can last very long. He who must not be named is right there stepping in. It is over. It is over. So Dennis Lawrence away with the win.
I wanted to not like Dennis because Augi is one of Brack's guys.
Yeah, I kind of like him.
I kind of like Dennis.
Yeah, he did a good job.
I'd like to see him. I hope to see him fight again.
Yeah, absolutely. I did have an opportunity to talk to Augi a little bit after that fight, and even half an hour after the fight, he could barely raise his arms. He was just completely exhausted.
He might maybe a little stress inoculation therapy or something.
Yeah.
Maybe just like I talked about, like I used to do. Sit down and paint your toenails in the locker room. You don't have to go out. You don't have to go out so jacked up. That you just blow your load early. I mean, because nobody wants to be that guy just getting fucking pummeled. After you
when you have an adrenaline dump like that, it's very weird. You just can't do anything.
Even if your cardio is good,
yes,
like surviving the adrenaline dump,
it's tough.
A fucking nightmare.
Yeah. So you were telling me that story on the way back from the fights that you used to paint your toenails in the locker room before a football game to kind of get your mind off the game and not be so jacked up.
Yeah, just to fucking calm down and not throw up. It's a good way. And I learned about it from a sports psychologist, and it made perfect sense because short of having a foot fetish, feet are cool. I used to love to watch my girlfriend paint her toenails.
Yeah.
I used to paint my girlfriend's toenails.
I just am really trying to, picture in my mind you
actually being able
to touch your toes.
Touch my feet all together.
All right. So, all right, we're going to move on to the next one.
I was young and limber. I was an athlete.
All right, so this is
Canon Swanson versus Tanner Tremblay at 155.
This was a really good one.
You talk about passing the eyeball test. These guys pass the eyeball test. These guys look, they totally look the part.
They do. So this is Tanner Tremblay. He's out of St. Cloud. Again, I've trained with him just a little bit. And Canon Swanson, what gym is he out of?
I don't know. I think he's a North Dakota kid.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think that's what they said from North Dakota.
I really should start running down the gyms that these guys are fighting out of. But.
So, I guess they're both wearing black shorts, but Tanner is in the longer board type shorts, and Canon's got those snappy kung fu shorts, we're going to call them.
Yeah, Canon's the blonde kid.
Tanner's the one with the beard. Nice kicks there. That was a really cool kick. That was a roundhouse kick that he stopped and turned into a side snap kick.
That was impressive.
Yeah. I would assume he's got some kind of Taekwondo or maybe even Muay Thai background. He's wearing Muay Thai shorts, so probably Muay Thai background. Canon's striking is pretty spot on.
I was impressed with the strike. I just love the way that these guys just want to stand and bang,
which is surprising that so many of Brock's guys have gotten so good at striking because Brock is not known for even though he's known for punching really fucking hard, but not actually being that much of we'll call it a refined striker. And I've only seen him kick once.
And that guy was on the ground.
No, that was Melvin Manoff. It was. He kicked Melvin Manoff.
That's why you run.
And then you run.
I didn't mean it.
So Tanner's doing a good job staying in there with the kicks. They're kind of just going toe-to-toe here. I feel like Canon has got, better footwork and that was a really nice hook. Oh, it connected out of my bad. He definitely has Canon definitely has a Muay Thai background. You can see he's got using that Muay Thai, kind of hands open thing, and then he also he's been switching his stance, which is pretty common for Muay Thai guys. Nice knee on Canon's part there. That was a hard knee from Tanner. Those knees to the body are incredibly painful and very effective. So this is kind of boring to watch, but it's really important. They're just trying to keep the get the underhooks. Canon has double unders right now, so he's definitely in the power position. Tanner's doing a good job framing against the face, defending that takedown. It's a great angle right here, right underneath me. And Canon's been really aggressive with those underhooks, which is good. It's kind of like, I always think about having underhooks as like controlling the center of the chessboard. If you have the underhooks, you just have a lot more options open for you.
Yeah, Tanner just ate one.
Yeah, he did.
But these guys, they did bang. It was pretty to watch. Head movement is for pussies. Yeah. You don't see a lot of it in this fight.
That's the Forrest Griffin. Chin up, hands down. What's his mumble? Yeah, both those guys did. Now, I guess I would judge that round 10-9 for Canon. But it was a close round. I think he just landed more strikes. And he definitely controlled the action against the cage. So Tanner's going for a takedown here, but Canon's got the underhook on the left side, overhook on the right. Hard to get a takedown there. Now Canon got the double unders and has really worked a couple of hard fucking knees. And actually, Tanner did a really nice job with the head movement getting out of there, so head movement might not be for pussies.
Well, neither of these guys are pussies, that's for sure. This is one of those fights where it's unfortunate there has to be a loser. That
was a really wonderful straight jab on Tanner's part. Nice kick. I think he sees he hurt Canon a little bit. And he's going in for the kill, but big head kick. And then Canon comes right off with a nice old kick. Oh man, that is a really nice kick.
Sexy kicks.
I'm gonna try to figure that one out.
Sprawl.
Okay, that's called a sprawl. Canon shot for a takedown, and
textbook, beautiful sprawl.
Tanner pancake sprawled him right on his face. I don't know how many millions of times I've been in the gym where Brock has done that sprawl drill and screams sprawl, and everybody just flattens out, and it obviously works. So they're in kind of a weird position here. But Tanner's definitely on top. Now it looks like he might be setting up a guillotine here. Yes, and he folds. Oh, this is a deep guillotine. That's over.
Man.
That is a slick-ass guillotine from basically like, I guess we call it like a half-guard guillotine. It's kind of in a shield guard, but it's really, really slick.
It's impressive. It's easy to forget that these guys are at the very, very beginning of their fighting career.
Yeah, I think this is Tanner's second fight. I mean, these guys are back in the day, an amateur fight would be like, nothing. But I mean, man, amateurs these days are just tough as hell. Yeah, that was a well-matched fight.
Really, really.
I'd like to see Canon fight again. He seemed tough as hell. And I'm gonna try to figure out that kick. It's really weird. It's like a side kick. Then he he chambers it for like a side snap. It's pretty beautiful. Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
All right.
Great fight.
All right. So this one we got Nico Kolunga. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, who I suspect might be the Danny Almonte of MMA.
Who's Danny Almonte?
Danny Almonte was a infamous baseball player from the Dominican Republic who showed up to play Little League, but he was like 30.
Oh.
So he finally got busted like, hey, this is a grown man, playing Little League.
Because he just looked so young. Oh, that's awesome.
And I think that...
Was he any good at Little League?
Yeah, he was sensational. He was a grown man who just looked like a boy. So anyway, he got busted. But Nico, I don't believe is actually, I don't think this is his first fight. I'm thinking he's actually like a 30-year-old dude from parts unknown who is a seasoned and experienced fighter.
Well, he is hailing from California, according to the
Parts
announcer.
Unknown.
And I do see that Damien from Fargo is in his corner, but I don't know that he's training at all with Damien. I have no idea. And his opponent is Thad Becker. And Thad does not train. He's from St. Cloud. But he does not train at Start BJJ. Do you have any idea what gym he was out of?
I do not. I know that this isn't his first fight. I think he'd had one or two fights before, losses, one or two fights before this. And these guys are fighting at 145.
Yeah.
That's about all I know about them.
All right. Well, this is a really fun fight, so let's take a look. And again, we have my favorite referee, Travis Mateer. So if you weren't able to tell by the names, Nico is in the black trunks, and Thad, is it Tad or Thad? Thaddeus?
Yeah.
Thad is in the white and black trunks.
And Thad came out aggressive.
Yeah, he came out swinging for the fences. That's just a little slip, I think. So I've been really impressed, like right off the bat, with Nico. He hasn't yet, I don't think he's actually even really thrown a punch yet. He's just used his body movement. There's a punch and a really nice takedown right to the back.
Man, his takedowns Watch this.
Bam.
Bam.
Nice slam.
It was thunderous.
And right to mount. I mean, that is really nicely done. And I think I'd have to watch it again, but I think that was the first punch he threw. Nice in mount. Oh, but that's tough as hell. He worked his way back to half guard. I mean, that's just an athlete. It seems like he's just an athletic kid, and he's just has no quit in him.
Yeah, both these guys seem to be in really good shape.
Very good shape, yeah. Yeah, like I always think that now, Nico, for just a second there, was able to pin the arm. At 145, it's 145, right?
Yeah.
They seem to, it's like they're Energizer bunnies.
You know, and that was a good point that you made about the amateur fights nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, this would have been the best fight on an amateur card back, 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, for sure. Oh, man, awesome job getting back up by Thad. And now Nico again is just...
Now Nico has a beautiful feel. Like, look at him. He seems to have a really natural feel for distance and range.
Incredible head movement.
Yeah, he looks really polished. And like we talked about earlier, comfortable.
Yeah, super comfortable.
Like, look at his comfort in the ring.
Look at that.
Room.
Look at that. He takes that jab. That guy Thad jabs at him, and he just does the most simplest of a backward head movement. Seeming to know exactly where Thad's
he's got
punch
that range
is going to
dialed
land.
in.
I would typically be criticizing Nico for keeping his hands down, but I don't feel qualified.
Yeah,
I mean, he seems like
he's got this mastery of the distance.
It seems like he's really got it working for him. And then bam, right into another
violent
explosive takedown. Now Thad right now is making a huge mistake, and Nico did not capitalize on it. He continued to hold that guillotine after Thad Thad continued to hold that guillotine after Nico had done the takedown and got to side control, and that's a huge mistake. He was very susceptible to a choke right there, but Nico didn't capitalize on it. Maybe even didn't know it.
Another thing that I like about Nico's style is his economy of movement.
Yeah.
He doesn't waste a lot of energy.
And so right there, he chambered that kick. He chambered that big kick and then just didn't throw it. And I typically would criticize that. But it seems like it's working really well for him. By the way, that first round, it was 100% Nico, 10-9.
Absolutely.
But that said, that's still in there. He's still bouncing around. A huge swing. It looked great for Thad, but it really was just a slip on Nico's part. Looked like he was doing a spinning back kick, but Jesus Christ, if Thad had connected with that giant haymaker, I have a lot of praise for Nico on this fight, but goddamn it, Thad is in there and he's swinging hard. He's keeping his hands up. He's never stopped moving. He's never stopped fighting. So I mean, all respect. And man, I mean, that's actually connecting too. I mean, it's not just that he's in there swinging. I mean, he's connecting. It's not.
Yeah, this is an MMA fight. You don't want to just go find this guy on the street and pick a fight with him.
Right. That was slick right there on Nico's part. Thad threw a big punch, and Nico just lowered his head, and so it looked like Thad punched him right in the top of the head, which is.
A sound defense.
Yeah, it's a sound defense. It really is. I mean, you can easily a fighter can easily break their hand on the top of the head like that. Giant punch on Thad's part, and Nico just moved his head out of the way and tagged him with a jab. I'd love to see Nico like work some pads. I want to see what is like. He's chambered so many of these kicks. Nice big slam, and yet
that kid's takedowns are
hardly
awesome.
has thrown one. Yeah, really great explosive takedown again. He's ended in guard this time. This is the first time he's taken Thad down and ended in guard. But now he's passed to the half guard, more dominant position. I can't see from this angle. Yeah, but see again, Thad still has Nico's head. He's very susceptible for a Von Flu choke there. He's let it go now. if Nico had known the technique, he would have been able to finish right there, but maybe he didn't want to. So, yeah, side control, nice control, hard punches. So so Nico heard the 10-second knocking, and yep, it's over. He ends up backing out of the guard and doing a kind of an explosive pass just to finish that round off. So we're going into round 3. The first 30 seconds of this fight, I didn't think it was gonna get out of the first round, but that just goes to show you how tough that is. So again, I would say that second round was Nico, 10-9. Though it was a lot closer round. Thad landed quite a few hard strikes, but Nico got all those takedowns and landed a few good ones too.
Just hanging around waiting for his opportunity.
I mean, he's pretty much completely lowering his hands, leaning in, everything I would just say don't do, and yet it looks great. Nice takedown, nice level change there. Passes to half guard. You can hear the crowd booing a little bit. That's because Nico's Thad's the hometown boy. Again, right there, Thad is grabbing Nico's head and kind of a guillotine from half guard on that side. Big mistake. So Nico really could technically finish this guillotine from here, but I don't know how much jiu-jitsu Nico has. It seems like he's got really good wrestling and some basic jiu-jitsu, but it doesn't seem like he's got real advanced jiu-jitsu because there were some submissions he's just passed up. He did a good job not getting in that triangle. But again, Thad is working really hard this entire fight. Nico pulled Thad's pants down a little bit, allowed him to pull him back up.
It's loud and amateur.
Yeah.
You can take the guy's clothes off.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to.
You don't, no. But you might want to. Yep, so they're just, Nico again is on top, half guard, kind of a dominant position, working. I think he might be losing a little bit of juice now. He's got that guillotine wrapped up. Staying heavy on it again. So I really do think Nico has more wrestling than he does jiu-jitsu, because he had a really good guillotine wrapped up and then just ended up letting it go to get back to his feet. Don't even know what the fuck that was. Another good takedown. $10 left, so looks like this is going to go all 3 rounds. And again, I did not think that was going to happen. And it's over. So on my card, I got that 30-27 Nico. Yeah,
that was amazing.
Agreed by the judges. Yeah, that was just a really fun fight.
Yeah, the pace was good.
Yeah, lots of respect to each other too. Yeah, hard to be disappointed in that one for sure.
Garrett is from Wisconsin. This fight is at 170.
Yep, Garrett Carlson from Wisconsin. Yep.
And Joey Hart, hometown favorite.
Yeah, so Joey's another guy that trains out of Start BJJ, and he's a really fun kid. And we were in Wilmer, and got to watch Joey fight, and that was a great fight. And it ended up being a no contest because of was it an illegal knee? Is that what it was?
Some shit like that. It was kind of,
and it was very questionable, but it wasn't. After talking to Brock about it and watching the video,
it wasn't a horrible stop.
Yeah, it wasn't a horrible stop, but it was a bummer because it was a really good fight.
Man.
So Joey's exciting to watch, and I don't know anything about Garrett, but he's thick.
Looks like he's a grappler.
At 170 pounds, he looks jacked. He looks pretty jacked.
He looks like a wrestler who joined the Marine Corps.
Joey's in the yellow trunks. and black fro. Garrett is in the marine cut and black shorts. Joey's got a body style that's really difficult to contend with for a lot of people. He's really tall and skinny, and really strong and very flexible.
And I love that he uses his range, uses his advantage and fires off some jabs.
Oh, that was a really nice job on Garrett's part. So Garrett was going for a single leg takedown, and Joey was using that flexibility to just kind of endure it. And Garrett just kicked that other leg out to slam Joey down, and now has him in side control and into a crucifix. So this is a place where most fights are going to stop, because Joey really can't defend these punches, and this is a professional fight, so he's landing a lot of elbows. So this sucks. But Joey's holding on.
Joey's first professional fight, right?
First professional fight, yep, I believe.
Garrett's had one, which he won.
Yep. Oh, and then Garrett went for an Americana, and that ended up giving Joey the escape. And that, again, is something that's kind of unique to Joey. He's just super Gumby flexible and is able to get out of there. Nice knee. Nice uppercut on Garrett's part. Joey's just firing those knees in. He said in his post-fight interview, I'm kind of giving it away, ain't I? That because it was his first pro fight, he really wanted to throw a lot of knees because he wasn't able to do that before. There's another really good one.
Well, and if you look, early on, he used a couple of jabs and stuff, but then if you look the rest of the way, he's really content to put his foot in the box and just stand in there.
Yep.
And get up close, where he doesn't have to fight up close, but up close he's got all those options, the power punches and elbows and knees, clinch.
And the thing is Joey's so flexible, he can bring that knee right up, man, and he's just firing those up. Garrett is not just taking that meekly, though, man. He is throwing some hard punches up the middle.
No, Garrett definitely looked like a really tough kid.
This is some dirty boxing right there. That was a really nice elbow, though. Nice uppercut on Garrett's part. Joey's using an overhook on the left-hand side, and now he's back into the tie clinch. Another nice knee. Big uppercut on Garrett's part. Another big uppercut on Garrett's part. There, Joey got a little distance, but they went right back into the clinch.
Loves to get up close and personal. He's not shy about it at all.
Big power knee there.
I mean, that probably is not the fight that Garrett was expecting. You look at a guy like Joey and you think,
look at that, bam, right on the button. And that didn't even look that hard, but that's the power of those knees. He was able to just drive that knee straight up right on the button, and Garrett is basically out on his feet.
Yeah.
He goes down to guard. Joey's putting it to him. Looks like Garrett's trying to throw up an armbar, but it's right down the middle. Ichabod gets in there to stop it, but Garrett is now armbarring Ichabod Crane, it looks like. Crazy stop.
Joey's trying to get the hell out of there.
Garrett seriously just didn't even know what had happened. Was Joey digging a grave there? Is that what he was doing? Was he doing the old... I think that was like the old Tito Ortiz dig a grave thing.
I was sitting over there. I did talk to him a little bit, though, because right away I was like, will you come up and fight in Brainerd next month?
Good.
I love that kid.
That was a good stop, too, though, because you could see Garrett was still...
Yeah.
And he's still on the ground. I mean, he didn't need to be taking any more damage. That was not a premature stop.
Look, he's a warrior. He wanted to keep fighting, but he was not able to mount a intelligible defense.
No.
So the referee made the right decision and stopped that fight.
Yeah, for sure. That was a good one. That knee was incredible. And then, like I said, after the fight,
that was an exciting
said
finish.
that he really wants to, that you can expect him to throw some knees. Yeah, that was a good one. So this one is the co-main event of the evening, I guess we'd call it. It's Coty Milhausen, the Crippler, which I think is a funny moniker, the Crippler. He fights out of St. Cloud with Brock at Start BJJ, and then we have Andries Murry, and he's out of where?
I don't. That information is not available. But he's an experienced fighter. I think he's got 8 fights to his credit.
Okay.
I believe 3 wins, 5 losses. I believe.
Oh, okay.
And I was surprised to find this out because I look at the kid, and he's not a kid. He's 42.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is a seasoned veteran. But he does not. He looks like he's 25.
Well,
black don't crack.
Black don't crack, I guess. All right. So, well, now that Kyle said that, you can probably tell them apart. Coty is not the white. That's not the black guy.
Yes. No, he is the one that looks like Derek Vineyard. Every time I see him, I think I'm for Derek Vineyard. That is that's an American history. Actually,
Coty's just a tough kid. He has a kind of an awkward, and I hate to even say it because I don't want Coty to hear this, but he's got kind of an awkward, straight stand-up style. Almost reminds me of like the old that
I refuse to guard my grill style.
It's almost like the old Irish boxer, like whatever. And man, I'd really like to see him put his hands up.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Good kick, but yeah, those hands down are just not as just. I mean, if you're incredibly skilled, you can get away with it. But if you're
but he's not particularly long. He's not
good kick on.
He's not a polished boxer or anything.
Coty's part,
and
really nice. Definitely. So I think Coty got clipped there.
Yeah.
Nice takedown, and then he just kind of reversed it.
He took a shot.
Hard shot.
He was bleeding from the nose like crazy at this point.
And that's just the toughness of Coty. He got a hard shot, slammed on his back, and the next thing you know, he's on top in half guard. So he's in half guard, and he looks like he's locked up that head and arm choke. Now he needs to try to pass that half guard to get. Oh, no, he doesn't. That was a good choke. So it's very difficult to finish that choke from the half guard, but it is possible. You just gotta use a lot of juice, and Coty did it.
Look at him. I love this kid. He got dinged and he went apeshit. And hey, sometimes it takes that. But yeah, he finishes with that power move. That was. He's fun to watch. He's really fun to watch. I hope he fights up here too.
Yeah. So we mentioned the fights in Brainerd are coming up on August 27th. They're going to be at the Curling Club here in Brainerd. So if you enjoyed this, watching these, then you should definitely come out. And we'll probably do this again for those fights, I would assume. Okay, so this is the main event of the evening. And a really exciting fight. We have Angel Pacheco fighting out of the red corner. Fighting with Brock Larson, start BJJ, and then Zack Schroeder, who's fighting out of Fargo, North Dakota. And this is kind of I guess, what would you call it, a grudge match?
I hate to, that sounds like it's going to be, that sounds like something really,
well, about a month ago,
trying to be diplomatic here,
Angel kicked the shit out of Zack.
And Zack's a seasoned fighter that we've seen fight several times.
Very seasoned.
Now, I think he started fighting MMA when he got back from the Korean War.
Actually, I have no idea how old Zack is.
But I tried to find out, but I cannot find out.
Ass time.
Yeah, he's been. I think his first professional fight was in 2004, I believe.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And. He's had a long career, and we watched him. He took 10 years off.
He did, and basically, what happened was he was kind of on the rise and was really just kind of dominating the scene out there in Fargo.
Yeah, very well known, very popular fighter. Just loved in his community.
And this crazy kid named Randy Kittleson fought him out there, and Zack was just dominating Randy, and Randy's just a squirrely little guy
with a really unorthodox style.
Very unorthodox style. And I think it was in the third round, and it was for sure Zack was winning this fight. And Randy came out of the corner and flying kneed Zack so fucking hard, I thought Zack's eye was gone.
It was ugly.
Yeah.
And holy shit, that crowd was hostile for a minute there. The guys sitting behind me I was like, is this going to get ugly? Is this going to get bad? You know? Because Randy, they were mad because Randy like celebrated a little bit, but he was a young kid and he just won this fight. He didn't realize the guy was hurt.
Orange and purple hair and everything. And yeah, they were not super impressed with him.
No, we were lucky to get out of there with our lives.
And
they were pissed.
So then Zack took a long time off after that.
Like a decade.
Yeah. And
maybe
he
9
got
years, but it was
really, really, I mean, he was always a fit guy, but he got really jacked in that meantime.
Well, that's the thing. That dude should be a bodybuilder. Like he's got.
Well, I know he does like personal training and stuff like that. So he definitely. I mean, I think basically fitness is kind of his life these days.
Gotcha. Because he looks like $1 million. He's got like the perfect body. Like best body in MMA. And
so he decided he wanted to make an MMA comeback, and was just last month he fought Angel up in Fargo, and Angel pieced him pretty well.
Yeah, that fight lasted, was it 30 seconds?
It wasn't
something like that. It was short.
Yeah. And, I mean, Angel's, got some really amazing striking. And, yeah. So, anyway, he put Zack down. And then this fight came up, and Angel's opponent pulled out. And I don't even know who that opponent is, or I'd surely shame him. But... Angel's had, and I want to talk to him about this when we get him on the show. Yeah, Angel was going to be on the show.
Some difficulty getting opponents because he's gotten what we call a really fucking good.
Yeah, he is really fucking good. And he has had a hard time getting opponents. And then Zack, to his credit, said, dude, I'll step up. I really want a rematch, which is very cool of Zack to do. But then apparently he started talking some shit.
Yeah.
and
we don't know, we're not privy to the details or whatever, but
I always kind of like a little shit talking, because I don't think Angel would have been very motivated for this fight if it wasn't for the shit talking, because just kind of whooped a guy's ass in 30 seconds. Like, why do you want to go and
Angel's
do
mad
it
at
again?
You did something wrong.
Yes, that is so true. That is so true. So apparently there was some motivation for Angel coming into this fight, and this is it. It's a fun one. And again, this is for the, is it 155?
145.
145. Oh yeah, 140. This is for the 145-pound CFX title. Angel Pacheco and Zack Schroeder. Angel's in the black shorts.
Once again, being
Zack in a flying knee right out of the gate.
Yeah.
All
flying knee, trying to give him some PTSD.
Yeah. Zack got the red, white, and blue shorts. Yeah, that was just a really nicely executed flying knee. Now, again, Zack's game, I mean, he's still in there. He's trying to get the takedown.
And trying to use his power and stuff like that and nullify Angel's stand-up, which is beautiful to watch.
It's weird looking at Angel. I mean, he looks like he's a strong guy, but it doesn't look like he's a monster. He's extremely strong.
He looks like it in the cage.
Good elbows. Doing a really good job denying Zack that double underhook, jacking him up there. But man, Zack is just driving and driving and driving. Angel's got the sprawl. Zack does a really nice job going back to guard though, not giving up his back. He's just fighting his way back up on the top. It's weird. Angel's almost never the lightest one in the fight. Ooh, that was a hard one. Hard punch. Oh, some big old hammer fists, some jumping up and down. And again, if you pissed Angel off, you must have said some shit. Good hug, deep respect. Now I was privileged to be up on the side of the cage here, and also right behind me was the Angel cheering section.
Yes.
And Angel's lovely wife was screaming some mean stuff at Zack, and I got just a huge kick out of it. She's like, I heard her say at one time, "You want to fight him again, you fucking pussy?" And she's like the sweetest. She's just like this nice, sweet lady, her woman, just very nice and gentle and whatever. But man, you pissing her man soup, and she's ready to rock and roll.
You know, and I love to watch Angel fight, and nothing against Zack, but I feel cheated. 2 fights, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we got. And well, I want to watch his stand-up and stuff. You know, like I love watching him fight. Like I love that guy's stand-up.
We are going to talk about this a lot when he comes on the show, but Angel has one of my favorite fights of all time. And it was when he was in Wilmer and he fought Damian Hill. And Damian is a tough guy. But had like with a long career and like really just a tough just
fighter.
A real well-rounded fighter. He actually does a podcast called Shit Talking, or I think Smack Talk or Shit Talk. I don't remember what it's called, but anyway, he's a super good guy, super good fighter,
well respected.
And they had a kind of like this crazy stand-up battle, and Damian like basically fucking knocked Angel out on his feet. I mean, there was a point where
it was touch and go for a minute there.
There was a point where if they would have stopped it, like I would have been okay with it. Like I thought the ref was going to jump in, and I wouldn't have thought it would have been an early stop. But Angel's so goddamn tough. He ends up basically
he just dug deep.
He ends up crumpling on the ground and then grinding out the takedown, and ends up taking Damian's back and choking him out. And Angel put a post out on Facebook afterwards apologizing to his fans for his family for his poor performance. And I was like, what are you talking about? That was the best performance I've ever seen out of you. Because anybody can get hit. Anybody can get knocked down. But it takes a fucking warrior to continue to fight.
Man.
And I was like, I was fucking proud of him in that fight, and I thought it was one of my best fights. And I told him, I don't remember if I told him on Facebook, but I told him in person. I said, dude, if I ever want to tell somebody, if I ever want to explain to somebody what makes MMA important, what makes it, like, what is the essence of MMA, I'm going to show them that fucking fight, because that's what it's about. The ability to be basically, and there would have been no shame in just getting knocked out.
No, against a tough opponent like that, it just happens.
But to almost get knocked out.
The first time we watched him fight, it was he lost.
Oh yeah, when was that?
That was St. Cloud. That was Angel's first amateur fight.
Oh yeah, yep, that's right. Yeah, well, he's on a holy terror, so hopefully there's big things in the works.
Well, and I hope, like if Zack feels it, I hope he fights a bunch more fights.
Yeah.
Like he lost to a guy that's on a tear.
Oh,
really tough opponent.
Man, losing to Angel is not even yes. You're kind of supposed to, but talking shit about it, you're not supposed to do that.
If we even I don't.
No, we're 100%.
You're a lot more privy to those details than I am.
I'm pretty much 100%. Well, anyway, that was our CFX Bud Brawl II show. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to try to do this more often anytime fights come up that we can have access to, and we might be doing a little more MMA, oriented shows in the future because. I don't know. I'm kind of interested in it right now.
That's what we're into.
Sounds good. You got anything else?
It can't all be prepper stuff in politics.
Right.
Well, I mean, it could be.
Well, it could be.
We're versatile. We're Renaissance, man.
We are. Awesome. Well, we will see you guys next time.
I got the blues so bad one time it put my face in a permanent frown. I'm feeling so much better I could cakewalk into town. I woke up this morning feeling so good, I laid back down again. Throw your big leg over me, mama, I just might not feel this good again. My baby, oh my baby, I love the way she walks. When my girl gets sleepy, I love the way she baby talks. My work done got scarce, honey, all my work, it done got hard. I spent the whole day stealing chickens, mama, from the rich folks' yard. got the blues so bad one time it put my face in a permanent frown. Now I'm feeling so much better I could cakewalk into town. I wanna go on a picnic in the country, mama, and stay all day. I don't care if I don't do nothing, just while my time away. I got the blues so bad one time it put my face in a permanent frown. You know I'm feeling so much better I could cakewalk into town.